If you're a solar installer looking to grow your business, then we'd like to show you a few modules on our platform that will help you do just that. Now, the first module we're going to take a look at is formation companies. This will help us connect in with property developers. The reason why that's important for solar installers is that come 2027, all new build homes, according to the Future Home Standard, will require solar panels, with very, very few exceptions. Now, we can use an industry standard SIC code, in this case 41100, development of building projects, and click search. This will show us all the developers that have launched in the last 24 hours, which there's 86. We can narrow that down by a location, such as Leeds, and we found one that's launched today. If we select the record, we can scroll down to the director's information here, and we can search the little LinkedIn icon. And there we found the directors, Miles Dearden, and he's the legal director at Torsion Group Limited. And this one is Torsion St John's Propco Limited. So this would be a very, very good chap to connect in with because, like I say, 2027, he'll be looking at implementing solar panels on his new build project. And it's as easy as that to connect in with new developers. Now, the next module we're going to take a look at is formation property, specifically the EPC tab. Now, what this will do is we can enter in multiple postcodes and it will pull in all of the EPC information about that property within that postcode. So let's try NN27SP, PE235AE, PE252QU, and click search. So we found 110 properties within those postcodes. We can now begin to filter down to the properties that would benefit the most from solar panels. Now, this might not be what you think. You would automatically assume that it would be properties E, F, and G. That might not be the case. So if we look at properties D, E, F, and G, and we specifically look at private rentals, these properties here will likely need to achieve a C rating by 2030, or the properties won't be legal to rent out. This is according to new government legislation that they're looking to introduce. In fact, the proposed year for new tenancies is 2028. Now, the easiest option and the least disruptive from the tenant would be to add solar panels, especially where you've got old Victorian properties with solid walls that would require solid wall insulation, removing the tenants for a couple of weeks, putting all their stuff in storage while the works happen. It would be very, very difficult to do that. You can even filter down by the actual heating systems that they've got. So if they've only got electric storage heaters, this property here would be would benefit massively from solar panels. But broadly speaking, these are the properties that you'd want to target. Now, this can be done by downloading them in a CSV file and sending out letters to these properties, making them aware or directed to the landlord that it would be worthwhile getting solar panels installed. The other way you could do it is you can look for mortgage charges. And as you can see here, we found the company that owns this property. We can now copy the company name and paste it into our formation company search. And we found the company there. And in the same way, we could come along and contact the directors on LinkedIn. The next module we're going to take a look at is formation plannings. Again, we just need to enter in a postcode, a time frame, and a radius, and it will pull back every single planning application within 10 miles of that postcode. We can then narrow it down by keyword, like solar. And we found one here, planning permission for installation of ground-mounted freestanding solar array. So we could click on this project and then we could click generate letter. And this is a really good way to get your branding and get your services across to people right at the early planning stages. You can offer them a comparable on pricing on that project before they've actually got their planning permission. Now, some will go through planning, some won't, but it's really, really good way. It's a really good way to get your quotes out there. Now, the last module we're going to show you is formation businesses. This is great for growing partnerships. So if we type in something like roofer and a postcode NN39AG, and we'll go within 10 miles and click search, This is going to load up all of the roofing companies within 10 miles of that postcode. This is a really, really good way to set up partnerships, and there's never a cheaper time to get solar than when the scaffolding is already up. So offering referral partnerships to roofers, especially if they know they're doing major roof works where there's going to be wraparound scaffolding, that is a much, much better way to set up partnerships when it's already going to bring the cost down for the end user. As you can see, we found 40 odd results within 10 miles just of roofers from that one postcode. So formation business is absolutely fantastic for growing your partnerships.